Here's a look at your daily market report on this Monday, the 27th day of October. At midday today, grain markets sharply higher and sharply lower. Doesn't even begin to describe what the cattle markets are doing this morning. Headlines and rumors floating around. Cash markets no longer able to push them off, as early reports from the auction barns, not only here in Missouri, but several other states as well, just absolutely devastating this morning. At Joplin Regional Stockyards, they're expecting 6,500 head today. Callaway Livestock Center, 1,500. Tyna Livestock Market, they're expecting 700 head. They're at Joplin this morning. The early report out of that barn, $10 to $30 lower. Some of the other major auction barns across the nation this morning. OKC, of course, they've got their Monday sale as well. Early in the day there, they called the feeders $30 to $40 lower, with some of the calves as much as $60 lower. Taking a look at Joplin this morning, the feeder steers, medium and large ones, 4 to 5 weights at $420 to $495, 5-6 weights at $380 to $390, 6 to 7 weights $345 to $376, 7 to 8 weights at $350 to $359, 8 to 9 weights at $332 to $347, a low to 926 pound steer sold at $315. Feeder heifers, medium and large ones, 4 to 500 pounds, $378 to $390, 5 to 6 weights at $352 to $380, 6 to 7 weights at $332 to $355. Some 7.5 to 8 weight heifers at $321 to $333. Some 8 to 850 pound heifers early in the day at $312 to $321. Box beef cutout values: choice up $1.64, $377.40. Select up $5.29 at $363.26. Those values based on 59 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. A choice select spread at $14.14. Negotiated feedlot trade last week, when all was said and done, 77,274 head. Texas turned in 3,094. Kansas, 7,734. Nebraska turned in 26,608 head. Iowa, 25,427 head. The weighted average prices last week on the live sales, when all was calculated, $237.91, down $1.85. Dress sales at $369.28. That was down $3.06. Taking a look at the futures markets now on the Mercantile Exchange. Of course, most of what's impacting this today is the meeting this week between Secretary Rollins and the Mexican Agricultural Secretary, where it has been stated very clear from the Mexican side that their goal is to get the Mexican border reopened. Now, whether or not that will happen, time will tell. But regardless, it was sure enough to make the futures markets absolutely just plumb ugly today. Of course, we're working on expanded limits now. The feeder cattle contracts today, they are mostly down the expanded limit, and that makes 4 of the last trading session days limit moves lower. Live cattle today, the limit there expanded at 1075. October's down 670 at 227.05. December 223.70 down 1022, and February down 1075 2267. The further out contracts all down that $10.75 limit as well. Feeder cattle, October's down $13 and a nickel at $341.25. All the rest of contracts down the expanded limit of $13.75. November at $338.45. January $334.42. Lean hogs for December down 27, $81.62. February $83.52 down 77, and April $88.10 down 85. Taking a look at the grains at midday. The story here a little bit different, a lot more positive, actually. Of course, President Trump making his tour across Asian countries. He's been in Thailand, Malaysia, Japan, and heading to China later this week. And the optimistic hope that maybe there will be some trade deals reached has helped the grains climb higher today. Of course, soybeans seeing the most increase. Corn contracts are 7 to 9 higher. December 430.5, March at 445 3/4, May at 445 3/4. Soybeans are 25 to 30 cents higher. November 10.70 and 3/4, January 10.88 and 1/4, and March at 10.98 and 3/4. Wheat contracts are 16 to 17 higher. December 5.29 and a half, March at 5.44 and a half, and May at 5.54 and 3/4. Soybean meal for December 298.70 a ton. That's up $4.60. Soybean oil for December 50.81 a hundredweight, up 54 cents. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's your daily market report for Monday. This is Tony Hancock.